Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to do our weekly Free It Friday. And I got a set of cars in, oh, it's a set of two actually. It's versions A and B of the Autoworld 1970 Kingswood Estate Chevy Wagon. And this set I've been like debating to buy for, well, probably 6 months. I think that's how long they've been out. And I finally found a decent price on them and I jumped on them and bought them. So we're going to unbox them today. It's the third and fourth in the 70 Kingswood Estate lineup. And then if you're following these vehicles, there's 1069s and so far four of the 70s, but coming very soon we have the non-panel side, I guess I could call it. See how these guys have your wood paneling on the side? There's a couple coming up that are just one solid color, like, give me a second, I'll grab it for you. The black ones from the 69 lineup. This is the matte black 69 with the luggage rack. Then there's another black one that's like a gloss black that has no wood grain. Then there's a gloss black one with wood grain. The gloss black one without wood grain doesn't have a roof rack and it has some like sponsor stickers in the window of like comp cams, hooker headers, things like that. It's the counterpart to Lead Sled. And that's the only one I'm missing of the 69s. I have 9 of the 10. I'm just trying to find a decent price on the black version of Lead Sled. It's really not the black version of Lead Sled because it doesn't have any kind of writing on the side of it like the Lead Sled does. As you can see here, it's got a ton of livery all over it for bracket racing, the name of the car, then the sponsorship logos in the rear quarter glass. That's the only thing that the black one has, is the writing, not writing, but the stickers in the quarter glass. There may be some writing that is very subtle and kind of ghosted in on the side, but I do not think so. I think it's plain. I had bought one, but the paint was bad, so I just returned it. I bought a loose one from eBay. I don't know, I think it was last year, and the paint was starting to bubble or rash or whatever you call it, because it was stored improperly, I think. But anyways, I'm looking for one that is not so bad and loose for a decent price. But the best I've seen so far are ones that are carded for like 50 bucks or 60 bucks, sometimes as low as 45. But as I said, I prefer loose because I'm going to crack it open when I get it anyways. So anyways, back to the 70. We have a couple 70s coming up. I think they're calling for January for this release, but I don't think it's going to happen. It'll probably be more like February or March because all these manufacturers' expected dates are usually like 2 months behind. But we have two 70s coming up, and I forget the colors of them. And I think there are also two more in the making with the wood grain sides. So there's 2 to 4 more coming up. So they're going to be releasing them quite quickly. And another one that I'm looking forward to is the Dodge Charger, the 2021 red eyes that they have. They're going to be releasing them in some high impact colors coming early next year. So that'll be cool. So I got a lot of cool stuff coming up from Autoworld next year. So as you can see, this is your premium series, your release 4. This is version B, this is version A, and this is the release 4 of 2023. I believe, no, actually, I think it's 2024. Yeah, I guess it was, because this is the set where oh no, I did get the Dodge Rams. The Bighorn was in this release before these, 1 or 2 releases before these. I finally found the burgundy one or maroon one. We unboxed that last week, and I'm still hunting for the dark blue one. I just went ahead and bought these Wagons before they become impossible to find, because these 2 colors are pretty good. I should say, like, pretty popular or pretty nice looking. The other ones are not too bad either. The gold, and while we're on the topic, there's a gold one and a turquoise one. They were the first two released. So let's move him out of the way again. Put him over there. So these are your first two of the 1970 that were released last year. One in gold, and there's a 69 in gold, so these look cool sitting next to each other. The gold 69 and the gold 70. The 70, I think, is a shade darker than the 69. The turquoise one, however, there's nothing that matches it. This is kind of a new, unique color. I think it was for 70. So really cool looking. And if you notice the wood grain siding on this car and the gold one, both are a little bit darker than the two that we're going to unbox. Let me move the Mayhem Charger out of the way so we can put our wagons over here. So, anyways, we're going to start with release A. And this is one that does have a 69 counterpart, meaning there's a 69 in the same color. It's pretty cool. I already had it open, as you can see. I just kind of split the blister from the card on the sides and bottom so it flips up. And as I mentioned with Autoworld, they're nice because they don't tear the card so much to the point where you could actually re-glue them and display them carded if you wanted to, or get the big Protecto packs that will keep them sealed in there and display them that way if you are an opener. I'm an opener nowadays. I used to never open anything, but since I've been collecting a few years back, the past couple times I picked up collecting again, I've been an opener. So anyways, we always start here with our premium facts and read the limited edition, but now they don't even have any limited numbers. They just say special edition or limited edition, and there's no production numbers written. So we know that they're making 20,000 plus of these cars, because they were numbering stuff all the way up to, I think, 18,000 on some of the Chevy square body trucks. But now that they're not numbering nothing, I'm going to say that each car is probably 20,000 plus of each model, which is good. I mean, because as collectors, if you're not collecting it as an investment, you're just collecting it because you like them, then hey, who cares how many they make? So anyways, premium facts. The 1970 Chevy Kingswood Estate was the top of the line model offered. There were 4 full-size wagons offered by Chevy in 1970, including Kingswood, Kingswood Estate, Townsman, and the Brookwood. That's cool to know. And this is cranberry red. I think it's the same name for the 69 also. And we already flipped it over and looked quickly, but in this lineup, this is where they have where you buy the case and you get both colors of each vehicle, which I do like that idea now that Autoworld is doing, in case you buy these from Walmart and they only get like case A and you only get one color of the car. Yes, you're getting less models, but you're getting both color variants if you are a completionist. So anyways, they had 2 muscle trucks, the 2006 Chevy Silverado SS, which one was red and one was silver, and the 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel Havoc Edition, and we unboxed both of them. One was in a gray color, I forget what they called it, but it looks like the Battleship gray or Destroyer gray that's on the Challengers, and the other was yellow. Then you have your muscle wagons, the 70 Chevy Kingswood Estate. So let's pop him off the card here and take a better look at him and see what they have any kind of vanity plate on these guys. These look really good. The front end, the grill and such. There's a big gap, though. It looks kind of like a big gap, but it's actually the overhang of the hood. The front end looks really good with the detail, the painted headlights, marker lights, the detailed horizontal and vertical bars in the grill. Your emblems are there. The wire spoke hubcaps with the thin white wall tire looks really cool. And as I mentioned, the wood grain on these new releases look much lighter than the wood grain on the first 2 releases. And it also looks like the tampos on the sides are tapered downward more. If you look at the rocker panel, there's more of it showing back here than there is up front. Like everything is tapered downward, but they're both like that and both sides are like that. So I was kind of wondering, and if you kind of look At the turquoise one, it has that look a little bit too, but not as severe as these new ones. I don't know, maybe it's just an illusion because of the lighter wood grain and the brighter trim, because even the trim on these first two are a little bit darker than on this one. So flipping them around, you have nice detail on the tail lights and your Chevrolet badge. I think it's Chevrolet or Kingswood badge. I think it's Chevrolet. And looking at the plate, there is no plate, unfortunately. Did the first ones have plates? Yes, they did. And it just said 1970 on the gold one. And let's see what the turquoise one said. Same thing. The latest ones. Actually, it does look like there is a plate there, but it's really light colored. It says the King. No, okay, for the Kingswood. But yeah, the writing on this plate is very light. Like the background is gray and the letters are like gray. So it's very hard to see and read. But it's there. It says the King. That's pretty cool. A little bit better than the last releases where it just has the year, 1970. And the chassis, very well detailed, has the detail of the full ladder frame, dual exhaust, the bottom of the motor, and the tranny. Looks pretty good. I just wish they would start screwing these together like M2 does their stuff, because it makes it so much easier to do wheel swaps if you want to, because some of these cars that had the body setting down over part of the wheel and tire, sometimes it's almost impossible, or it is impossible to get them off without drilling it out. But this one has a little bit of room. If you didn't want to wheel swap it for something aftermarket, you probably could without drilling it out. And then popping the hood, as I've mentioned before, nobody really can touch Autoworld when it comes to the engine compartment detail on their 164 stuff. For the price they charge and such, it's beautiful and very accurate. Excuse me, guys. The only other one that I've had that are comparable and actually a lot better is the Stance Hunters Challenger I showed you guys a few weeks back. That is beautifully done, but it's a $30 model versus a $7 model. But yeah, the Challengers that Autoworld offer us has some very nice detail under their hoods too, especially considering the price range of like between $6 and $10 depending where you buy them from. The Stance Hunters Challenger is between $25 and say $35 depending where you buy them from. So here's your dark blue one called Fathom Blue, I think it is. Let it kind of, there you go, focus in. Yeah, Fathom Blue, something like that. And now the premium facts for this. The 1970 Chevy Kingswood Estate was touted as having over 100 cubic feet of interior cargo space. There were 5 engine options offered in the full-size Chevy Wagons. For 1970, the top spec was the turbojet 454 producing 345 horsepower. I think that was maybe not quite the LS5. I think the LS5 was like a 400 horsepower rating for the Chevelle. The LS6 was rated at 450, but it probably made a lot more than that. So, anyways, we've already looked at the back of the car to the first one, so we don't have to do that with this guy. Let's go ahead and get him out and take a look at him. And these both have like a, I don't know, cream color interior. They're tan, but a very light tan interior. And both of them are like that. The previous ones actually had darker windows and they have a black interior. Maybe not the windows are not much darker. It's just the black interior gives it that look. Yeah, I think they're pretty clear, as you can see, going through the side like that. It's just the black interior gives it the illusion of being like a tinted glass. Now, the back windows, however, on them, you could say they're a little bit darker than the windshield itself. So this one also, same trim package, roof rack. This blue metallic is very nice looking. wire spoke hubcaps, thin white wall tires, and the King license plate also. And overall, nice looking car. Under the hood detail, beautiful. And the hoods on these line up very well compared to a lot of their competitors that are not so great. Now this one, the gap is a little bigger on the driver's side than the passenger side, but actually the one-to-one cars were never all that perfect either. So, I mean, you can't really complain too much because it is pretty accurate then, because it is like the one-to-ones, never did all the body panels line up 100%. The gaps were not perfect comparing one to another. So, yeah, it's just kind of, I guess, more realistic, as you could say. But anyways, guys, that's it for our Free It Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy your weekend. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. We will do a Christmas special coming up, maybe, I don't know, maybe not next week, but the following week. But I know we're getting close to Christmas. It's already the 6th, so it's not too far off. Christmas Eve is in 2.5 weeks. So it's getting closer and closer. So anyways, we'll be back. If not this weekend, we'll be back on Monday for a Mopar Monday video. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your weekend.